So, I think we all kind of face this billion-dollar question right now of how we get Gen AI into production. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of hype about Gen AI, concern in nature of this. But if you look today, maybe only 1%, 2% of prototypes that companies were trying out last year are now actually being used by customers and end users. So we really feel like keeping an eye on the goal, finding the right benchmarks that can say within 6 months, I'm going to get this prototype to production, see how far you are and what are the real interventions you can do to try to get into production. That ends up being the only responsible way to deploy AI. Is having a roadmap that's realistic, that you have known individuals that are directly responsible for components of that roadmap, and everyone's armed with the right data. They understand how their models are performing today. They understand where they need to be 3 months out. And you're all talking on the same page. That's another way to avoid a lot of the communication breakdowns that happen right now in the
Yeah. One interesting thing is that in addition to safety, a lot of customers talk to me about techniques. They ask, is RAG going to survive? How should I be doing? A lot of the stuff. We come out with papers almost every month these days. One of them recently was about interpretability and understanding which neurons fire and what those neurons represents in the vector space. Those will all become products. Those will all help you build safe and secure applications that are more accurate. Everything is going to get better from here, but I wouldn't wait for those things. I wouldn't be worried about obsolescence. I would plan for obsolescence. I would ship these things to production as long as they're useful for your customers, and I would iterate on them for the sake of the customers, because it will be changing quite rapidly, but customers are getting to production, and they are finding business-supporting use cases. And I wouldn't worry so much about the speed at which the innovation is happening, and I would just, ride that way.
Pick a use case that you know what good looks like, and go build it. We actually coined the term inside Stripe called roof shots. We're building roof shots with our lab. Like across the company, find something that you know what looks good like, build a use case. Ideally do something that you always wanted to do, but you could not scale because it required a certain amount of human labor, and now you could, but you still understand how, you still can evaluate outcome. Build one of those, you'll build the muscle, you start to understand the problems, you build an infrastructure, you build the basic observability, and then you can go.
That's great. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think you guys gave some really great practical advice for the audience to take away. Vijay, Michael, Vlad, thank you so much for being on the panel. I really appreciate all of your time and efforts and the work that you all are doing. I want to remind everybody, coming up next, we have a great set of panels coming up, including our closing keynote with Matt Wood and Tom Godden. Also, I'm going to remind everyone, please don't forget to complete your surveys. As you complete your surveys, you'll make a donation to Girls Who Code on your behalf. I want to thank everybody for joining us today.